Order canceled. Order canceled.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Power Players, the man in the middle. True, you are a power player. Welcome to Top Step TV. You just got into a trade, I believe. Tell us what you did.
So previously, about 15 minutes ago, I got into that short before the consolidation broke down, and we caught it for about 50 ticks down.
Damn.
I was actually down $1,100 last night, and I was able to get out and go back up to 891 on my funded here. Right now, I'm on a long from the 50 MA, this yellow line, and I'm pushing it back up to 36.25. So I'm waiting for this. Pretty much it recovered everything that it dropped. I guess it was news based somewhere. I couldn't really find anything except for
We couldn't either.
Canada year bond auction, but other than that,
Yeah,
nothing
that's
much.
not
But
going to do it. That's
yeah,
not going to
but
do it. We were looking as well.
with Nvidia trying to take off, probably for earnings, I think we're gonna see all-time highs again. So very exciting. Yeah.
You guys couldn't pinpoint the reason. We didn't see any news here either. But for those that did buy that, like True did here, or True, yeah, you got long. I'm sorry, you got long, correct? True, sorry. Recap that trade.
Yeah, I'm in a long. I'm in a long right now. So we're pushing it back up to. Remember, I always talk about this range I trade in, and you can see the range from top to bottom, just how it went from top all the way to the bottom. Went past a little bit, and then we got back into a long at 808.25, and I closed out around 816, and then I was trying to get on with you guys here, so I kind of stopped looking at the charts until we got back on live here, and right now we're back in the longs. We're up. I'm only in one contract right now, pushing for 36.25 for $135. I'm not always trying to slam 3 to 5 contracts every trade. I make $100 here and there, and then if I'm scalping all day, I can pull up my performance day stat, and today I am 81% win rate.
Nice.
And I was down 1,100 last night. I got caught with my pants down last night, and it wasn't fun. So I stopped, got back into the morning around 8:30 and started trading 2 to 3 contracts at a time. I got myself out of the negatives, and now I'm up 891. So looking pretty good here. Yesterday I had a 93% win rate. I only did 46 contracts. I made $2,000 off of just 3 contracts at a time. So
nice, man.
Not bad.
That's awesome.
Well, we do have the house account open. Dolby Time's got the keys to the Ferrari.
I do.
We're gonna try to pull some levels here. True, I guess you're already in the trade, so your level's already been established. Start pulling some levels around, but it's been a quiet day, very, very quiet morning. Hey, if you've been able to get money out of this market, good on you. True coming in here, down $1,100 coming in this day. Slow day, able to pull it back and make that profit, get that account back into the black. True, I see you're using Top Step X. Last time we talked with you, you were loving Top Step X. You're obviously checking out your daily stats and stuff. What else are you liking? What's your favorite feature here on Top Step X?
Man, the biggest thing is the lockout. I can't talk enough about that damn lockout thing, because it will stop me for the day, and I can go enjoy the rest of my day and not have to, glue myself to the screen. That's the purpose of trading, right? You're trying to build that financial freedom so that you can go out and do what you want to do, rather than be attached to your phone or to your screen all the time. So I really love that feature. I did see you guys push the script, and I'm excited about that. So
I think we were talking about that last time you were on with us, that you were really looking forward to it. And sure enough, here at Top Step, we deliver. You ask, we deliver.
Yep. Really happy about that. Really happy about that. I am looking to average down on this trade. Right at the 50 EMA, so I'll add one more here. So I'm in 2 contracts. Average at 27.50. Right off the bounce here. Yeah, my first target will be up to the previous high, which is 32.50. So this is how I scale out. So I set a sell there, and then I sell another sell at the very top. And my stop loss here would be below that previous low, so at 24. So I'll drag it down to 24. And I mean, that's how simple setting stops and taking profits is. You know, doing it with like Ninja Trader, Quant Tower. I trade with Sierra Trader. I trade with Thinkorswim. Like doing all that, it's not as intuitive as what you guys have built here. They just made it so much simpler. One of my boys here just got onto Top Step. He was on Ninja Trader for a while, or on Rhythmic and Ninja Trader for a while, and he finally got access to Top Step X. And he's how you like it?
How's he like? Oh yeah.
He said so far so good. Everything's pretty easy for him to enter and exit. I mean,
love to hear it.
You know, he said that he can't. It's so easy. Can't really mess up on it. So here's that push that I was looking for. Up $80 on 2 contracts. I am looking to sell at 832 on the first trim.
Yep.
It may take a minute.
Yep.
And it might not even go. So,
do you typically have stops that are that tight, like 4 or 5 points on NQ, or is it just this particular trade?
For trades like these, yeah, I keep it pretty tight because we're kind of in the middle of the range. It can flop either way, and I'd rather not be caught in that. I'd rather lose $100 than rather lose 500. You know, and you saw what NQ did earlier. This big massive candle that probably would have wiped people out on their daily loss limit or even on their max loss limit. You know, and you don't want that to happen. So as long as you're able to prevent yourself from losing more, it's easier to get that $100 back than it is to make 500, especially if you're stuck with trading a certain amount of contracts on like a funded account. You know, 3 contracts, kind of tough, right? But I don't mind. Like right now, I can scale up to 5 contracts, but I'm not pushing that. You know, especially on days like these. When I do see momentum, you'll see me average into the trade, and I do it pretty quick too. And I'm already setting a sell immediately after I place in the trades.
Yeah. So you're looking to take one off at what, 32?
832. Yeah.
And then the rest at 836 if it gets up there.
Yeah. I only in 2 contracts, so I'll scale out one and then I'll hold the other one.
Yeah. And what's that big yellow line on your chart? Got Chad asking.
That is the 50 MA moving average, 50-day moving
50,
average.
Got it.
Yeah. Usually the 50-day provides, strong support or resistance. And as long as you didn't read the price action, if it stays above, I usually hold the trade longer. And my other assistance is if it stays above the blue line right here, the 9 EMA, I'll be able to hold it. That's kind of like my helping hand. It's guiding me through the trade. As long as it stays above the 9 EMA, I'll just hold the trade.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was wondering because you have like a confluence of moving averages there, so I was kind of curious to see how you prioritize them as far as bullish or bearish.
Yeah, I use them all together. I use the 50 MA and the 200 MA. That's a different trade on its own. However, I've mainly just used the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA to help guide direction. And today, it's all been in a range, as you can see.
Yep.
Top, bottom, top, bottom, top. And the thing is, if you continue to trade these ranges, trade it until it doesn't work anymore. But try to capture the extremes. Don't get in the middle of this trade because that's 50-50. But if you get into the very bottom, and have a decent stop loss, you're able capitalize on the wider range movement instead of just scalping 2 to 3 points at a time.
Right.
Music to Dolby's ears. Trade the extremes of the range.
All you gotta do.
I agree.
Like, it doesn't work for everybody. Everyone has different strategies, but if it works for you, try it out. See how it works for you, and if it doesn't, then there's multiple different strategies that you can try and test. So it's worked for me for years, and I'm gonna keep doing it until until it doesn't work anymore. And so far, it's been working. So
the market typically tends to stay range bound more than it is trending, so it's
true.
Statistically speaking, it's more in your favor to buy bottoms and sell tops until proven otherwise, really.
Yeah, because the market is built to only go up, right? Like, investment. That's what it is. That's what it is. But however, there's short sellers and whatnot, and majority of how I see the market react to news, especially, is that they're always waiting for bad news. If there's no bad news, it's only going to go up. That's all they are relying on. So if there's nothing bad per se that's about to happen, the market's only going to push up. And also, it's election year. We've seen it time and time again. Election year, what happens? We make all-time highs every single time. And just don't bet against the U.S. market during that time. Like, you don't want to get caught with your pants down and try to short this right now. There's opportunities soon. Once we hit that all-time highs, it'll retrace, and when it does, we'll be ready for it. That's how I see it.
I appreciate it.
I think you're right. I think, Dre, we've kind of felt that too in Power Hour, right? Especially in like the last half an hour of the day. It's like, really, our shorts are going to come in, and it's like, no, not really. It's just going to catch a bid and just kind of stretch highs. It's very, very rare that you get some big downside movement in the indices, especially at the end of the day. Because you're right, it naturally has a bid. You got funds buying, you got hedge funds buying, big players are buying.
Absolutely.
It needs a reason to go down. That's my favorite saying so far. Indices need a reason to go down.
It needs a reason. Absolutely. It does not need a reason to go up. All it does need a reason to go down. Whatever that sell-off was, I mean, we're grasping for straws here, saying that possibly something out of Canada. I don't. Who knows?
I couldn't find.
Neither true, but looking for anything. But yes, that was a hell of an entry to get long. Ride it up here to hopefully the upper ends of this range. High of the day to Nasdaq E3 875 18,000 838.75. It's all-time highs. These are all-time highs.
We might see 19,000 to be honest, and I'm not even surprised if it does.
Oh no way!
Surprised if it does. 19,000 is not far away. And
that'd be crazy.
I mean, if Nvidia earnings pop off tonight, we'll hit it.
no for sure
about that. Yeah. And I would not try to short. Earnings is usually just straight gamble. So if that's what you want to do, go for it. I usually do it sometimes, but I wouldn't bet against Nvidia. Nvidia is just so strong.
Coach Jay say 19K after Nvidia earnings. Yep, we agree. Be sure to stay tuned here at Top Step TV. We'll have an overtime. I think we'll do a little overtime coverage of Power Hour. Dolby, if that's cool with you.
Sounds
overtime.
Great.
We'll see what happens in the video.
Exciting stuff. I mean, we're gonna have Dakota on, so that should be fun.
Oh yeah, good call.
Sure. So, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. No,
he'll trade it all. He'll trade up anything. He's actually been very, very quiet trading today.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're
going. Wow. What do you got?
So what I'm gonna do here is, because we've came down, I'm gonna move my stop up to just take $100. I mean, can't complain. If it goes, it goes. But I already, it's trying to push and it hasn't been able to. So I pulled up my trailing, pulled it up, drag it behind it. $200. Can't complain. I mean, $100. Okay. Sorry. And now it should take off after I sell. Usually the case.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Well, at least you got something out of it. The scalps add up.
Yes,
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
they do. I mean, that's all I did today to go from negative 1100 to up 976. So it's almost a $2,000 um $2,000 swing. So as long as you can do that, I mean, it builds up. And the thing is, most traders, you're sitting on your butt watching the screen anyways. And if you
Yes,
can
you are.
scalp this rather than trying to get into a position and hold all day, you're probably gonna be more stressed than anything. You're gonna be just constantly staring at it, and it's just not gonna be any fun for you.
Hey, True. I'm
No,
looking at
unless
some
you
of your
like
stats.
ranges.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of your stats here. We got you win trading percent, 87%. Does that sound right? Your 87% winning is your winning trade percentage.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday
Wow.
was 93%. Today is 82%.
Wow.
Oh, it says my
I
win rate
mean,
is 70%. I'll still take that over.
oh my God. Yes, absolutely.
But I mean,
What do you attribute that to? Are you just picky? Are you picky with your entries? Are you very disciplined? What do you attribute that to?
yeah, it's all about being picky with my entries. Trying to find the extremes instead of just getting in. Unless I see like a news release and then I see it pop off, I'll get in and out real quick, like within seconds. If I
Sure.
see a data release and it's good, I'll get into a long. I'll do like 2 to 3 contracts, and then I'm already out on the next candle. I'm not even trying to capitalize on the entire movement. Sometimes if I get one contract, I'll do that, but other than that, um, but I want to be transparent. Like
Yeah.
trading for the past 2 weeks hasn't been too hot. I had some stuff with my family. It's crazy stuff. My grandparents live in California, and there was a a gunpoint robbery. They stole a car and they
Come on.
drove. It was a police chase, but the car drove into my grandparents' house. Luckily, nobody was
No way.
injured. Yeah, they
Wow.
drove right into the bedroom. The car was like on the bed. It was a guest bedroom.
What?
Yeah, it happened like 3 a.m. and I got this
Jeez.
call. I was like panicking. I was like, oh my God. And
Oh,
I was just
dude.
worried
Yeah.
about my family so it kind of messed up with my trading, and I kept trying to
Yeah.
push and trying to trade at the time when I knew I should have stopped. But that's the thing. That's the discipline I think that comes in is when, you know, things hit the fan, and even if it doesn't pertain to you, pertains to a family member or whatever, it still affects you in some way. And I think that was a really great example for me to like, hey, just take a seat back, and then after
Yep.
everything calmed down, I get back in my groove, and here's my funded up $3,000 in 2 days. And I'll be able to cash this out in what, two
Order
days, I think,
filled.
3 days. So
Mm-hmm.
just take your time.
Order canceled.
Take your time, because you try
Agree.
to rush it,
Order canceled.
it's gonna be brutal. So here we have a breakdown. We do have room to VWAP down to 815. About a 6-point move.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's right in the middle. I don't like to trade this
It
area.
is.
I'll wait for better confirmation. If it's just going to chop sideways, that's how you get destroyed.
Yeah, I have a 1 hour range low at 18,801 that tops out at 18,832.5. So we're pretty much right in the middle of that. So
Can I
I like
share
ranges
my other
though.
screen?
Would have been good.
Can I share my other screen? I want to show you guys like a script
Yeah.
I was working on, and hopefully it should work on this. So this
Talk to
is
us.
what I use, and it does help me. Hold on. How do I change screen here?
Just move it over.
I like that. Thanks, Gabe. Good job today, Gabe, by the way. First day on the box by himself, no training wheels. Doing a great job, Gabe. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, it really
Thanks,
is.
I'm really bad
Much-
at this.
Much harder than it
Dude.
seems.
It's all right. No rush. Markets are not doing much right now, so take your time. But there are about 4,000 people watching us right now, True. So of those 4,000 people, click like,
What's
click
up, everybody?
subscribe. Let's get to
Oh,
100,000
here it is.
subscribers. We'll give some stuff away. Here we go.
I figured it out. Okay,
Okay.
1 second.
It's coming
That was
back. That was my screen.
Where-
We'll talk
How's the-
about
how's
his.
the
We'll
count
talk about
screen?
his setup. Yeah, we'll talk about his setup here. In,
Oh, here we
they're
go.
interested
Okay.
in the room. There. Where? Huh?
So doing tech on air real time, not that fun.
This is good stuff.
Oh, bro, I got it though. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right,
So
we did it.
Beautiful chart.
what I see here, what I scripted a couple years ago. So this is basically just supply and demand. But when I see supply and demand stacked like this, my supply is this red box, my demand is this blue box. If they're sandwiched or like stacked on top of each other, this is a no trade zone for me. So this is where I just walk away. I don't even look at anything else. I go have lunch. It's almost lunchtime. Go have lunch, come back, see if demand broke. If not, I just stay out of this trade unless I see some separations here. We're not going to see any movement. And this is just from what I've studied and what I've been watching for a couple of years now, is that when this happens, there's no movement and there's no reason to get into a trade and get chopped. So that's how I base things off of that part of trading.
Wait, True. Wait, show, is that the script? Show us the script you've been working on. Sorry.
Oh, let me change it back. 1 second.
Oh shoot! I had to make you switch screens again. Maybe rolling over a little bit here at NQ.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So here's
this.
it's just
Order
supply
canceled.
and demand, and the demand that it caught was that big initial drop that we had before. So all it basically calculated was that it got bought back up, right? So obviously there was a huge demand there. So even when it dropped down almost 25 points on the Nasdaq, it immediately got bought back up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. In 16 minutes, it recovered. And it went up some, So right now there's a lot of buyers. Nothing's happening, and I'm excited for when you guys unlock the script part. I can put that into Top Step X, where I only have to use one screen now instead of multiple charting programs or what have you. It's just all in one. So that's what I'm gonna love about it even more.
Love that. Love to hear that. So we'll still take a look at the
Order
tilt here.
canceled.
Gold still 78% long in gold. We have not been able to really push higher. Still sitting beneath 2,400. We did see gold tilt. I don't know. It was up to like 92%. I want to say long. Couldn't really get that push through that some people wanted. They want to see a push through 2,400. Crude kind of bouncing off the recent
canceled.
lows. About 20 minutes ago, we're trying to push above that $78 level. Trading $78.12 per barrel. True, we're right here.
Order
We're right here.
canceled.
VWAP in the S&Ps. You are still long.
Order
you're
filled.
long in the NQ. I bet you're long in the NQ. We're still above VWAP here.
I did close on the NQ already for profit. So
that was a nice little flatten there.
So even though it's coming down, I'm not going to chase this until it hits 808. Once I see it hit 808, then I'll react to the trade.
Fair enough. Keep in mind, we do have a 20-year bond auction in about 28 minutes. Of course, after that, FOMC minutes at 1 p.m. Central Time. And of course, with the moment everyone's been waiting for after that, NVIDIA earnings. Can NVIDIA earnings push the Nasdaq to above 19,000? Stay tuned. We'll all find out together. It should be exciting, nonetheless. All right, we're right here at VWAP in Nasdaq. I got VWAP at 18,812.
So I'm setting a buy limit at 808.25.
I like that.
And my stop loss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my stop loss will be down to 800. So it will be where
825.
we initially dropped down on the low.
Trade idea, I like that.
So we do come down. Cool. If I get picked up at 808.25, I'll hold on to that one position. And the target back up would be back up to VWAP initially. So you go
808.25. Trade idea. Trying to get some check marks.
Around 7 points, which would be 28 ticks.
All right. Trying to get some check marks for you, Dole. We've got one check mark for true long 80825. Long 80825.
Sweet.
Straight here. We're trading currently 814.
Yeah, who's in chat? Anyone else in chat? Like in longs and NQ, anywhere between I'd say 800 and 810. Give them a range. Please let us know.
Yes, 80825. I think we could do a.
Ooh, it rejected VWAP here.
Yeah, VWAP, we did reject it.
I did have a question or a query with TopStepX. So VWAP, it seems to. I mean, I have it on. Let me see what my settings are on that.
That's about anchoring it.
Yeah, it is anchored on the daily. Now, sometimes it'll like glitch. I don't know if it's requiring to like refresh the screen or not. But I think I also saw some people saying some things about VWAPs being different on other between other people. So I didn't know if it was like a glitch or something that we just have to always hit the refresh button.
It's always a good idea to refresh. It's different between different TopStepX users, traders.
Yeah, like with all the guys here, I'll call out a number and they're like, "Oh, I don't have that. I have it at somewhere else." So I'm like, oh, that's weird. So we both, yeah. So both we'll all refresh it and then it'll fix itself.
Interesting.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Well, how about we get back to you on that one? That's a first that I've heard of that, but I'm glad the refresh gets everyone on the same page. So that's a good, quick hot fix, if you will. We'll get back to you on that one and see if we can do a little digging there.
Yeah, just something that that I've noticed. Maybe something that you guys could take a look into.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm looking.
Let's see some confluence, Dre. I think chat is kind of down with anything between
80825s?
800 and 808. Yeah, like 80825.
I'm starting to see that too.
802s. I've seen 805s. I've seen 799s.
Okay. All right. We got two check marks. We got true and chat.
800 is more of the psychological level. Like once you hit that level, usually people are either buying or selling. So.
All right, we got a trade idea, folks. We got a trade idea. I don't know. It's a 2 check mark right now, Dolby Time. I'm trying to find a 3rd check mark, but I'm not going to. We're not going to force it. We're not going to force it. We got 2 check marks. True, and the chat likes 80825 area. Currently trading 815. So we do need a bit of a pullback. What do you think, Dolby? 10 lot?
I'll do 10.
Yeah,
what, 808?
Yeah, just being all in, scale out perhaps type of thing. This is a range trade.
Yeah, I think we could do like 808 and 803 if you want to try to work 10 and 10 and set a stop outside of 799. I don't know how much you want to risk, but
that's
you
the
can
question.
start at 808.
Well, true.
True.
What was your stop?
All the way down.
My stop is at 799.75. Once I get
such a tight stop. I guess
Order
1800 or 800s. Okay, yeah, I got another check mark. 803. I got 803 level for long here.
Okay.
Order canceled.
Coach J, 803s. Sweet. 803s.
Do you want to do the middle and do 804s?
Order canceled.
So what I do here is I'll set a buy at 80825, and then if it comes down to say 803, I'll look to see if it bounces. I'll average in again. So that's how I get into more positions rather than just slamming 3 or 4 positions at a time.
Yeah.
All
right.
So I just got picked up here.
Yeah. Here we go. Dolby, what are we working here? Talk to.
We're gonna work 804s. So we'll take the middle. We'll take the average between true and chat.
I like that. That's really good.
All right.
And then I got Coach J.
Profit.
Go ahead.
It's 815. So it's already one contract's already up 85, 95. You're doing 2-3 contracts, you're up $200 there. Trailed out. Let's get $100. There you go. I'm up 1,000.
Wow, another very fast scalp. Okay.
Beautiful.
Very fast scalp.
Yeah. Now if you do if you're have more room to play with, you do 2 or 3 contracts, that's $300 and once in 15 seconds, So those are the type of movements I'm looking for. And if I can, obviously, once I build enough buffer, yeah, I do go a lot heavier too. There are times where I'll go 15. once I
Yeah.
scale up
Wow.
to that range. So, you know, that
I would
move
argue-
right there, honestly, if I did have buffer room, I would have gone 5 to 10 contracts easily.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, this market's slow though. True. That's this market's slow. Maybe that lends itself to doing perhaps bigger size. Is that kind of what you're saying? Since it's slower and tighter ranges, the bigger size warrants itself, or is it based on what your account is at the time?
I would it's more of what your account is at the time. If you can slowly
Yeah.
build buffer up, and then wow, it's pushing beyond VWalker.
Yeah, it is.
Once you build that buffer, you know, you still have to stick with your rules though. Like that, you saw how tight my stop loss is,
Yes.
right? Even when my stops are that tight and I get wicked out, I am ready to get back in. If I get wicked out and I see the rotation back up, yeah, I'll get into a long. Or if it breaks down below, I'm able to switch and go to a short. You know, I'm not bearish or bullish. I'm able to trade both ways. I'll short it, but I'll also go long too. You just got to be adaptive, as I guess for future trading in general. You just got to be able to do it both ways. You can't just stick with just being a bear or being a bull. So
Yeah. How'd you pick the 808 quarter level?
Yeah.
how did I take it?
How did you arrive at 808s? Because I was looking
That
closer
hit.
to like 800, 804s, something closer to the 1 hour range low. So I'm just curious how you picked 808s, which on my screen looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, but clearly on your screen something was happening there.
Well, let's take a look back at my levels here. You will see that it bounces off 808 before.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And look at again 808 again.
Okay.
And
There's
then
a classic
look at the very
look
top.
left situation.
Yeah, and look at the very top, 830, 825. We never hit this range before, but I had this level marked before it even hit. So I have these ranges. If I scroll up here, I have all these ranges already drawn out. You know, and every single
got it. Okay.
yeah. And if you look, I have these ranges all drawn out already. So
wow. Yeah, you do.
I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to pick out the targets and then I get out. No matter what. Right? So this is the range that I've been this is what I've been taught by these floor traders. You know, this is how market moves. They put in money and then they take out when they're up 100% or 300% or 400%. They're not taking 10%. They're trying to get as most as they can with other institutions, right? They're all putting money into the market at the same time. Now it's just a race of who's going to take out money first, who's going to take that profit first. Now for us, if you're trading on a live account or a real personal account like I do, you know, we are considered collateral damage to them. That's all we are. If you get caught in the middle and you did not take profit, that's on you. You know, the market is never wrong. It's how you're able to react to it. So as long as you can react to trades, I think you'll be solid.
Well, something I appreciate, True, and that I hope Chad is seeing the parallels here too, is that, you know, like with Dakota and like with yourself, you kind of do the prep work, you see what's on your screen, and you don't have any hesitation in your execution. You just take it when you see it, and there's no delay, and that's how you get that excellent pricing. Like, I mean, 808 in a quarter traded for like less than a minute, and you were in there lickety split. So I just hope Chat just sees that and appreciates that skill that I think True and Dakota have of just being able to execute from decision to execution is almost no latency, just automatic. It's really impressive to see.
Well said, Dolby. Absolutely, to the tick. Go ahead, True.
Yeah,
a couple more minutes left here, True. Go ahead.
The big thing is, you know, like I called that trade out 4 minutes before.
Yes, you did.
I placed my order there already, but you have to have a plan of your exit. What is your plan once it's filled? Right, so that is the key. You can't just get in and just sit there and freeze. So my third rule that, you know, I always follow is, you know, don't hesitate on qualified setups. Get in no matter what. Because if you hesitate, you're more than likely going to chase. Once you see it running or whatever, you're like, oh man, I'll try to scalp. whatever's left of it. But then when you get in, you end up getting at the top or getting at the bottom, and it's way too late.
Good stuff, guys. Okay. Well, that was not true as always. Absolute pleasure. I mean, that quick trade there, Dolby. That
was great.
Execution was absolutely spot on. I hope everyone like you said. I hope everyone appreciates that. What we just saw. We're still looking for a house account trade today. We'll still have the setups on. Dolby's gonna be on a lot more today. A lot of Dolby time for all the Dolby time fans out there. A lot of Dolby time. We got him with patience for KV. Oh, we got group coaching. David Green. Hey, quick question. When's the last time David Green's been on? Has it been a minute or?
He's on every other week. He's every 2 weeks.
Every other week. Thank you. I was wondering. Okay, gotcha. Great. So we got Dolby time with David Green. Then we got Dolby time with Patience KV. And then we got Dolby time with Power Hour joining with Coach Dakota. True, as always, shout out to you. We will see you again. Tell your crew we say hello. I hope they're watching. Nice trade there. We got top quiz coming up next, folks. Stay tuned.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You got it.
Order filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order filled.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Top Quiz. As I mentioned, it's Wednesday. Mick, be quiet. Or JD, mute. Okay, there we are. That happens sometimes. I'm joined today by Devin. Devin, how's this Wednesday treating you?
Hi, it's good so far. Busy day.
Yeah, it's been busy back here too, but not so busy that we wouldn't have a quiz. Sign up with that link. Y'all know what to do. There'll be 4 questions. If you get 3 or 4 right, you will
Order
be entered
filled.
into a raffle for one of 60 free resets. And one
Order
additional
canceled.
will be given to my friend from the chat, Tick Tick Boom, because he was correct about not being on the list yesterday. So fun stuff out there. Top 5 get resets
Order
as
canceled.
well. You got to answer real quick to do that. I think that's about it. Answer them as they appear on your device because Devin and I are delayed by 6 seconds, but we'll play along. So with that, we got over 1,000 people in here. I think we can do this pretty soon. And as Dragonfly says, heads up, there's a 20-year bond auction at noon. So don't leave any orders in there. But Devin, you ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Order canceled.
Okay. The first question is going to clear something up. I think it's leading too.
Okay.
I have faith in you, Devin.
I didn't get to watch too much
True
this
or
morning.
false? Has Nick for a Tick taken more than 6 figures in payouts from Top Step this year? Is that true or is that false? What do you?
Order filled. Order filled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Order filled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Order filled. Order cancelled. 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 Order filled.